YouTube's live. Let's see, I just want to wait till we see some people turn up to know that's live properly. It's always a bit of a lag on the people arriving. Sometimes I go live with it unlisted instead of public. So, you see it?
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, sweet, we're live. Alrighty, YouTube. Actually, alrighty, ladies and gents, because this might end up on anywhere. YouTube, Facebook, whatever. I feel really tall today, do I see?
It doesn't put squatting down.
Okay. I have shoes on too. I don't normally have shoes on. I'm normally barefoot. So literally, I'm like, ooh, this is chill. So, welcome YouTube. Welcome wherever you're watching. We're doing more hit training. I'm feeling really strong today. I've declared it early that I'm going to be dominant today. The giggle from Lachlan.
Oh no,
It's really good.
I had a big old training session yesterday.
Oh, I didn't train at all yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm healthy.
It's not an excuse though.
Anyway, for the guys watching in the pre-recorded, in the post-edit, you guys are going to get a different experience. Where previously we've put out the entire session, you guys are going to get the rapid fire bang bang bang. But if you're here watching it live right now, obviously you get the raw and unedited. So just a little warm up for me, Lachlan.
Yeah, I need a warm up.
Oh, I'm feeling strong today, Lachlan. I'm telling you, it's going to go bad for you, man.
I feel pretty good.
Oh, no, I'm not showing you anything in this warm-up. I'm not showing you anything. Ooh, that foundation looks good. Oh, I want to hit so hard. Oh, man, it's right there. It's right there. I'm playing the mind games here. Oh, yeah, we got the video that had that ready to go audio sorted. Remember the one we did? I can't use my phone because it's doing it live. I want to just check how many people we got on. Alright, we got 40 people watching so far. Oops, sorry for the shaky camera stepping on the platform. Amongst the other videos. So, just, we don't want a moment. Like so-and-so.
Yeah.
Do I look smaller on this side of the camera? I have a feeling with you on that side of the table being closer to the camera, the thumbnail is going to look ridiculous. Like normally I'm on that side, which is all to make me look somewhat comparative. If I'm over here, must be there somewhere. A week ago. Still by a day. A week ago. It was literally 1 week ago. Sorry guys, we're just trying to find the ready to go audio. It just looks like the table or something. Look, he doesn't want me looking at his phone. Yeah, sorry about the lack of prior preparation we had here.
Yeah.
Did you delete it or something?
No. I might have, because it didn't look like nothing.
For real?
Maybe.
You need to download a timer app or something real quick, because I can't kill my phone.
That's true. Like it gives me yesterday, but not like last week.
This is
For
terrible.
months, days, yesterday,
This is terrible.
today.
Just download reaction timer.
No, I got
Do the
it.
bird call.
It was last Tuesday you were here,
Last
right?
Tuesday, yeah.
Friday, Thursday. What's the day today?
She's something.
She's 24.
Jesus.
Ah!
Got it?
Yeah.
Yes! Thank goodness!
Oh, we need to.
Oh yeah, we need to get the audio so everyone can hear it. Alright YouTube, we are finally ready to do some ready guys.
Probably give them one topic we get on.
68 people watching.
Alright.
68 people about to watch me flash spin long in the first game. Oh, feel it. No pressure, Lachlan. You don't want to put that there.
No, I just did it.
Yeah.
Desktop, no.
We're off.
Oh man, technology problems.
Bluetooth mode.
Yes.
Bluetooth mode.
We grab the table.
Oh, make it lovely. Alright. We're ready, YouTube. So, second sound, yeah? So that's the first one, then we do the second. Second sound. Alright, I didn't flash you. Center. It's being strong, YouTube.
Turn these up.
Yeah, we need more volume. Yeah, I don't want to
That was a little bit better.
Yeah.
I tried something else.
You're jumping like a cat on a roof. I let a slow ball. I'm like, no, don't do it. You get stretched open and it'll kill my head. Come on. Stonewall. Ah, damn. You worked out my channel. I had hope of a slow pull victory, then I quickly faded. What's it, like 10-0? It'll get out of the way. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Move you here. That's it. Oh, put it on the display. We go live on YouTube and you come live. lost it again. Go through the process again. Right.
Let me check that in favorites.
Two for one. Elbow down. I don't want to do it with load. Once you get your wrist bent, it's over. Now when I tried loading hard with him, no. Shit, I haven't got a pin yet.
Don't be a pussy, load with me.
Sorry.
Everyone.
Yeah! Finally go on YouTube! Yes! It's taken 20, whatever it is. Ugh. Alright, now for better. Taste of victory. Warning, early start. You worked that one out quick. I thought I had something with that load. That's not what.
It's changed.
I know. Shit. Getting crucified today, my man. I said I'm saying I was going to be dominant today. This is the worst I've ever done against you. You're killing me.
Every week.
One pin so far.
I don't take long.
1 from 25.
People
Something.
seem to forget.
Yeah! Give some variation at you again. Something different.
And I was like, why don't I can do the same thing against that? Nope.
Oh. Can't be low like some takeoff then. Oh, they're few and far between these damn pins.
No.
Alright, so. Bit mixed up. That's so bad. Oh my goodness, that felt like no avenue at all. I felt like a child, man. Oh my goodness. I tried to like load with like flat and squeeze and like see if I could use that. No. The little squeak. Oh man, I don't like being strapped to you right now. I feel even worse. Oh shit.
Better.
Yeah, just all that aggression to the side. We need to make this video longer. I'll sort it out for next time. I went on fouls and that much. Go early, second time. That was me. Killing each other.
It's good. You made the strap slip.
That's alright. I might have a couple minute break. I'll come and answer some of your questions in the meantime. See what's going on the live. 111 people. Right. Whilst we have a break, let's turn the camera around, see what's doing. Do we realise Schoolboy 6 for 5? Looks like there's some debate on Lachlan v Schoolboy in there or something. Lachlan would crush Schoolboy, just putting it out there.
Schoolboy. Man, big difference.
Anyway, what's going on? Hope you guys are enjoying this. We're going to have a few minutes break before we get back to round 2. Utter dominance from Lachlan round 1. I think I had 2 pins out of about 30 starts then. The gaps, man. In 3 weeks of doing this, your intuitiveness has peaked, and it's a real problem for
Yeah,
me.
it's pretty fun though.
Do you think you could beat Irakli in a best of 5? Oh, I don't know enough about Iraklis from Kazakhstan and badass.
Okay, people need to stop talking about Ryan's left for $500. It's ridiculous.
Who-
You're being a pussy.
who said that?
Scroll up.
Me and you left 500, yeah. Could Jordan take Khaled's hand? No, I don't think so. He could hook him, potentially, and confuse him, but Jordan's got the wrong build for Khaled, I think. People overestimate school, yeah. No questions, just comments so far. We're just reading your comments. Anyway. It's the lads who don't pull, who don't know what they're on about. Yeah. Ryan v. Frode, that's a match I would love. Do a backflip? No, not in this gym.
Me versus Mike rematch. Who wins?
Yeah. That's a nice one for you to get another
You
chance.
could get revenge. Yeah.
Hit a 100-pound dumbbell? No thanks. Blue, you think you're visiting Arizona? Yes, as soon as travel opens up, I'll be in Arizona. Love that place.
How many pull-ups can I do? I like full range neutral to grip, about probably 25 or 30 in a row.
How much stronger are you guys now compared to Zloty? I have, in a sense, my side pressure on my main number has gone up 15 kilos. My wrist flexion on my 3-inch rolling handle has gone up 10 kilos since this time last year.
My straight wrist start that I did last night on Instagram has gone up by 17 kilos. And my general, that kind of overload side pressure thing that we do has gone up by 15 since last year.
Do you think Danny Tesh can do anything to Adair?
No.
Definitely not the current
He's
form.
85 kilos with long hair and putting weird things in his hair to keep it.
Yeah. The old Danny when...
Ooh, wait, Lachlan versus Tobias. I'm assuming you're talking about Spot On. That guy's a beast and like a true super heavyweight.
Yeah, that's
We're not in the
Swedish dude.
same.
Yeah,
We're not in the same weight class, but Yeah, that guy's a monster.
What do we think of Amric?
Terrible
Amric
guy.
Pradines. Amric is a beast. He's
Left-handed, I want that one.
Amaric's been in the sport for a long time, and he's truly conditioned and hardened to the sport.
His left is his better, and I want it. On the first photo. I don't know, man. That guy's, strong as shit.
He looks real compact and nasty. I don't know. Is Todd training for your match?
Todd's quit the internet and has all but run away. He reads messages. And
That match is still a possibility, and it's still intended on TAL4, which is March 27. The TAL is as willing to put contract in place to get that match to happen.
Yeah.
It's waiting on WAL to greenlight it.
WAL asked for a month. It's been over a month, and they're like not answering anything. So I dare say Todd will have to happen in WAL, I think.
Do you think we will ever see high-level Travis again? If money's on the line, yes. If there's enough money, Travis will compete.
Yeah.
Lockie vs. Schoolboy and Ryan. Alex Top Roll. No, Alex Top Roll's not in the league for right.
Yeah. We've both pulled.
Someone has asked me 3 times, Ryan, how good do you think Kirill Sachaev is?
Okay, yeah, he's really good and he's strong, but he's not an arm wrestler, but he's been around it for a long time. And he has a 330 kilo, like, perfect match. Just, like, the bar is air, crazy strong. He's that 6'9", big Russian dude.
Mindaugas versus me, that's an interesting question because I saw Engen put that poll out the other day and Mindaugas got like 75% of the vote. I think my arm is strong enough to beat Mindaugas if my wrist is bent. If my wrist is flat, I think I would have enough side pressure if his pronation was kept down. If he gets his wrist pronated and I'm wrist back, then clearly he's gonna get the job done. But I've touched Mindaugas' hand after Zloty, and he was way too much for me on the practice table at the time. But the context of that was I was utterly trashed.
Yeah, I pulled him as well, and I was pretty trashed, and I managed to pin him about 5 times.
Yeah.
And then it was just a smoke show.
Yeah, you could control him very easily. So.
Yeah, but then I got tired and he just obliterated me.
I think Mindaugas and I would be an interesting match. Like fresh on fresh, I think it'd be interesting. But I'm the heavier man.
What's your main does Lachlan have in the fridge? Whole leg. What kind of question is that? Whole leg.
Do you do specific arm wrestling exercises?
No.
Sorry, I'm laughing at that phenomenon. Yeah, we don't train arm wrestling ever. No, that's our entire my entire life, and about 90% of your life, in a gym sense, is arm wrestling specific.
I'm the strongest man alive. Tell me I'm the greatest.
I am the strongest man alive.
You should pull the world's worst arm wrestler with all the bands.
Yeah, that guy. Anyway,
band?
all right, we've had enough rest. We're gonna get back to the arm wrestling. So I'm gonna turn the camera around again. Whoop! Try not to trip over the tripod. All right, we're settling in for round 2. Let's see if I can do anything on Lachlan this time. Typically, when Lachlan rests, it gets worse for me. But normally, I start getting on top of him. And that didn't happen today, so I could be in trouble round 2 real bad.
Strap the slips.
What was that?
Strap the slips. Do a good job making it slip.
Oh, yeah. You want to strap it in? We'll start with that.
We'll start with reverse it. We'll strap it in. Arms will be busted up, but our hands won't.
I can't collapse your pronation. I often, that's the chance. I often do a freaking move. What the hell, Lachlan? What the hell?
I told you, the same is there, it's just coordinating.
coordinating. I don't like you waking up. You coordinate. Well, I do. It's fantastic, but shit, it makes my day. Oh, stop loading so much, Lachlan.
No.
I know you're squeezing me, and I hate it. Yeah, getting your pronation down is a real problem right now. Don't go down.
Jan, it's more back pressure.
Oh, what you're doing?
I got some.
What you're doing is working. It's working.
Turn the screen down so you don't see.
You want to come on?
That pressure's the key.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It really is. It really is. I hate it when you make me respond to a back pressure. I hate it.
Whoa!
There was no resistance there at all. Interesting defense. You won the job! You finally won the job! My arm went that way first. Oh, that was different. You went the pure no load. Got a little twitchy on me. Interesting. Oh, this is interesting. Now zero load from Lachlan. Hang on, I'm not ready for this.
It's not a big deal, man.
I think that this value in you doing that for real, man.
I'm not good at it.
That's. I can't. I feel like we're equal twitch there. When I'm ahead of you on the twitch when you're trying to load, that's the avenue. I need you slightly loading and slow on the twitch. When you go no load and start twitching, and yeah, maybe I'll start loading. I don't know. Yeah, I'll load. You know, but let's see what that does. Ooh, I don't like that either. That's so horrible. Oh, alright, out of step.
Hiding your hand away.
That's I like that. That feels the most dangerous out of everything. That right there. Does that feel good? Should. Feels fucking horrible. Tried to draw it inside and cut off the friggin' back pressure top roll. Just sent throb through my elbow. It's all disappearing. He's learning too fast, and his strength is now becoming relevant. Be stronger. It was the whiplash. It was the secondary connection.
I hit.
Yeah, you won the hit, and then it was the secondary connection that got it for me. It was weird. there's so many learning points going on through the arm right now. Like the data we're feeling is very, very. Not this next one, but
Ready, go. Ready, go.
One there I tried to ride wide. Instead of the one before, I hit, but I didn't back it up. I just kind of went, oh.
yeah.
But that one I went,
Yeah. Yeah. Completing the picture.
yeah.
Scrapping it, feel it.
Ready, go. Ready, go. Ready, go. Ready, go. Ready, go. Ready, go.
It's just misfired my neural, freaking central nervous system and lost it all. Lost all faith in it. Just
Ready, go. Ready, go.
Yeah.
Kind of worked.
Yeah, you put enough doubt in my wrist flexion, man, that I lost the confidence to have the venom. That's the thing. As soon as you put the doubt in my mind for full commitment, it's fascinating. I need to find a place where my hand doesn't get
Ready, go. Ready, go.
I know chapter 2 done. I think I got maybe
You get about
3 out of 25 or something.
I think I got 5. Credit.
Oh, gee whiz. Let's go see what YouTube's doing. We take a seat this time? Yeah. Let's take a seat and talk. There we go, round 2 done, gents. Ladies, gents, probably mostly gents. Very general, yes, blah, 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 blah. Do any of you guys take collagen or peptides?
No, and there's a good reason for that. It is a incredibly abundant thing in our system, and often supplementing it is usually only for people when they have a deficit, but people who are quite healthy. You can run the risk of actually kind of accelerating joint repair, but not in the way that the body intends. So we kind of potentially run the risk of bone spurs and stuff like that. It is pretty rare, but generally speaking, if you have a healthy body, you do not need any peptides or the collagen anyway.
What's the go? Is there going to be a Lachlan versus Ryan Scott match anytime soon?
Man, that guy won't even talk about it. I don't know what it is with these bald-headed arm wrestlers. They just, you know.
Yeah, Ryan, if you don't know who Ryan Scott is, the milkman, he is technically the #1 ranked arm wrestler in Australia, and rightly so, the man's a badass, but it's been over a year and a half since we've seen him compete, and the natural evolution is that a lot of people have now formed the opinion that this guy is truly their strongest arm wrestler in the country. Honestly, it's probably him and Ben Carroll, I think.
I definitely want to train with the guy and have a match.
Yeah.
He's a real good dude.
Jordan Davis says, get stronger, Ryan. Coming from Jordan Davis, oh my goodness.
It's a pot calling the kettle black.
Jordan, you got a good hand, but your arms are noodles. Morning, Henry.
Oh, hey, Henry.
My brachialis is throbbing, man.
Henry's one of my guys.
Nice.
Strong fella.
How
But his hand is bigger and longer than Kyle's.
How long does it take you to recover from these ready-go sessions?
About a day. I mean, the first one that I did, I was beat up. That took me like 3 days. And the next one took me like 2 days. This one, I don't know. I feel that last hit, you kind of got on that bicep tendon and kind of
Yep.
twisted it a bit.
And
I feel okay.
for me, the same. 2 days. If I pull tomorrow, I'll be sore still. But
Yeah. It'll be slow
if I
pull
pull
tomorrow. If we do.
2 days from now, I'll be beating Jordan Davis again.
Yeah.
Question there: how do I feel I've progressed since I started Todd's style of training, and what do you think is the most contributing factor?
Can I answer that?
Yeah.
I think just time. It's time and consistency with loading your arm. Look, there are many different methods and ways to the top. There are some rules that just need to be followed in general. But following these rules, any program's going to work.
Yeah.
Um,
The biggest difference for me in the way I feel on the table so I started with Todd at the beginning of last year, effectively, or early last year, and I've just done more consistent work in my elbow joint than I had ever done prior. Prior to that, I was very much a hand-only based arm wrestler in the way I trained. So I've had a really solid year and a half of increasing my elbow conditioning, my back pressure, my side pressure. All components of elbow are really up. The principles, as Lachlan said, consistency and efficient training and programming. If you didn't know, I don't do the Todd Hutchins program specifically anymore. Haven't for like 6 months. But I'm now more so working with this guy to work out what training is in the gym, plus the table time I get 2 or 3 times a week as well. What's your favourite football code?
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
Often you guys train things like chest and shoulders. Okay, I'll answer this one. I do not train chest in a traditional bodybuilding or powerlifting sense. I find because my main, I like training side pressure a fair bit, and it is enough for like my general pec training. I certainly haven't lost any size through the chest since ditching bench and all that sort of stuff. It gets worked enough. I train my shoulders fastidiously though, probably about twice a week with a mix of heavy compound stuff and some bodybuilding type stuff as well. So train your shoulders. I don't train my chest.
do you still do traditional powerlifting?
No, so another extension of that is I no longer do a low bar squat. I did one last week and it just jacked up my scaps. So I do high bar squats and I still deadlift, once to twice a week, the sumo or conventional. So no.
Josiah Cleland asking, are there any indicators of good arm wrestling strength prior to arm wrestling another person, particular grip strength, hand strength? The people that I grip that are that have never been arm wrestlers before, that impress me most, have come from a guy that was a rower. So he was doing a lot of hand-based, back pressure-based movements with his row.
Acrobat.
Acrobats,
Concreters.
mechanics.
Mechanics.
So it's hand strength, but the one thing that I think is that arm wrestlers have that I haven't seen come from any other sport is rotation.
Yeah.
Pronation. I don't think there's another sport that requires this degree of pronation. So
Even supination. I find concreters have probably got the best
Yeah.
because they spend so long on the trowel. Their thumbs are ridiculous. We've got Curtis in Canada.
Yep.
What's
Another
his
one
name?
you're talking about.
Yeah, what's he call himself? Something ham.
Oh yeah, pork chop.
Pork chop, yeah.
Something.
So his right thumb from concreting and his hand from just doing all this flat finger stuff is, like his right thumb is nuts. Yeah.
I saw someone ask who's the strongest arm wrestler we've ever met. It's got to be John. It's got to be Saplinkov. It's got to be. I don't know. We've met a lot that are right up there. But yeah.
Well, I mean, we met Levan
Yeah.
at the airport.
Levan in the airport didn't seem all that massive.
Yeah,
But
'cause
then
he
when
keeps on covered,
he walked out on stage, he looked like he'd grown 6 inches and put on 50 kilos in a day. It's like,
Yeah.
what the hell? Like, when that man was pumped up, he looked
5
different.
mils of Halo tested or something.
What's the biggest tip for newbies on the ready go? Connect your hand. If your hand, you must feel before the ready go that if you are to impart side pressure, back pressure, or let's just call it finishing pressures, if you don't feel like your hand is going to stay with you, it's a bad start. If you hit and your hand is going to be taken, you won't get to put any power down. So find a hand position, whatever that may be, pronation based, cup based, supination based, whatever. Find a hand position in the negotiation that you're certain will stay secure after the ready go.
Yeah. Big brother bash, secure the wrist, but it starts in the hand.
Yeah.
Look, squeezing is a element, and squeezing by itself doesn't do anything. I find guys who squeeze really hard that don't have the rest. It's quite easy for me to just bend it back. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, cool, nice squeeze.
Yeah, that's interesting though. Like wrist flexion, probably the most critical strength in arm wrestling, but finger flexion, another critical, and like this, just containment.
Yeah.
And then there is this style of
Well,
relevance
that's
as well.
3 layers of flexion.
Yeah.
Now, I think
Oh,
the problem...
IFK Gote just sent us 35 whatever currencies that is.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um,
Didn't even ask a question, bro.
Yeah.
But thanks for the
So,
donation.
I'm going to say...
$5.50 it was. Isn't that?
Yeah, true. That's
Thanks,
nice.
man. That's
So
nice.
I'm
We'll buy a
gonna-
coffee after this.
extend what we're just talking about.
Oh, it's $13. Oh, here we go. Hang on. We got to answer Craig Humphrey.
Are we getting lunch?
We're getting lunch now. We can go to McDonald's now. Thank you so much. We got a post-workout feed on the way. And the question from Craig Humphreys, who just put in £5, which goes a long way in Australia, £5.
It's like $15.
Only just joined the stream. Sorry if this has been covered. It's all right. Would just like to know if you have the same feelings about being able to beat Khaled. I'll get first in this one. I spoke to Michael Todd for an hour and a half last night on the phone. Got his insight truly into Khaled. I've watched Schoolboy pull Khaled. Khaled is a phenomenally strong human, and I believe that he has plenty of avenues that he could stop me on, but I believe that if I won the first inch, and by winning the first inch, I'm saying if I was able to supinate, align my connective tissue, his lack of experience on the table, he would imagine like a big fish on the end of a line. That first pull, if I survived that first surge, he would then become a poor old fish stuck on the end of the line, swimming slowly, and it would be a bad day for him. I would be able to break him down bit by bit, and his lack of table IQ and experience in protecting that pronation. I think if I turned him palm up, it would be very, very, very simple. And it only needs to be slightly turned palm up. So I think in a genuine tournament, ready-to-go situation, I have the venom off the go, the experience off the go, that I would be able to bump him into a hook, and then I'd be fine. Slow pull that man in a training sense, he would walk all over my hand. Slow pull this guy would walk all over Khaled.
Yeah, interesting with Khaled. I think another one of those things where styles make matches, where he's a real habit of opening up his bicep, and I do know that I have some pretty significant down pressure, and I think that'll put too much pain into his arm, and it's not a good deal for him. Once he learns to stay connected and keep that tight angle, then I've got to try some other stuff. But the way he's pulling now, he seems very afraid to really commit to his inner elbow, which is then forcing him to drop his shoulder back.
And as soon as he drops his shoulder back, it's over if you're inside against him. Oh, another 5. We got a big lunch coming.
Yeah, we're
This is
getting
good.
that family pack, Mike.
Hang on. This is euros, not pounds. Sorry, sorry, Craig. You
Still
gotta
though,
get-
that's
So here's another 5 so you can both have a meal. You're the man. Thank you, Craig, from
you.
Germany. Big Macs all round.
You're unfair in your analysis. Is completely new to the sport. Has a lot to learn. Yeah, 100%. The question was about right now, and like I said, that once he learns to stay connected to his arm,
Yeah.
that's a dangerous man.
A lot of people have been, I think, misinterpreting the whole Khaled situation. A lot of people have been saying, why is everyone hating on Khaled? Let's clear the air. We love Khaled. I think you'll find that all professional arm wrestlers really love the potential in Khaled. They see that he is a phenomenally strong human. For the people that aren't professional arm wrestlers watching, they think that pros are being really critical and putting him down. No. We're not putting him down. We want to foster this man to become a professional arm wrestler. If he falls in love with the sport, he'll become elite because he clearly has the strength. But there are components to the sport that a professional arm wrestler has developed through intuition, development over years, conditioning of connective tissue in specific positions that allows even a middleweight to sit and hold Khaled in a hook. I don't want to throw Michael Todd under the bus, but I asked him about what was his genuine opinion of Khaled, and he said, yeah, Khaled's phenomenally strong, but look, anyone that's at a WAL pro level that has an ability to hook, if in a hook, would be fine with Khaled. And that is not putting Khaled down. That is saying
Something he has to learn.
like we have a guy in our club, Marcus Atirai, who goes 155 kilos. He's lean. He's genetically bigger than Khaled. if I fight him in a high hand wrist position, it allows him to do things. But if I supinate, cup, put him in a hook, same thing. He opens his arm because of the lack of conditioning, the lack of table IQ, and how to protect it. And you can expose a bigger, stronger man. So that's all we mean by Khaled. Trust us. No
and the
one's
other
putting
stuff
him
that's
down.
been spoken about Khaled is his attitude. I love it.
He's
aggressive and he
fighter.
wants to win. Yeah,
He wants to win, which
I don't
is
know why people have a problem with that. I think the pullers that are kind of, let's just say they're like state, community kind of social pullers, they have a problem with someone who's so aggressive. It's certainly something I like to adopt.
For me, that aggression, what I liked about the aggression, that it shows that he's actually, a lot of people are too gentlemanly in the setup. A lot of people will be strong but can never win in a tournament. Khaled doesn't have that problem because Khaled instinctively can detect the little things that matter in a setup.
Yeah, and he wants to just bully you through
And
it.
so right now he overdoes it because he's not used to the rules. He's just in a training environment. But
Yeah.
but
So Khaled, stop trying to be a nice guy. Go back to being a bully.
if Khaled, where Khaled will come more refined is when he gets some genuine tournament experience, genuine super match experience under proper conditions, where he'll recognise that he can't go for as much in the setup advantages as he has. But that's part of refining. Like that's what we're doing here today.
Yeah.
Our ready goes are to help us refine and become subtle in those little advantages.
Yeah,
and
very
Khaled has that killer instinct, which will lead him to discovering those things.
Yeah.
He just needs to refine them.
Let's move on. There was a question before about, what's more important, the wrist flexion, all that sort of stuff. It's a question I get a fair bit on my own kind of Instagram, and my answer across the board is stop trying to separate these components. The best arm wrestlers recruit the most amount of muscle and coordinate them excellently. So when you really try and just isolate pronation, it's like, okay, you're using just your brachialis and brachioradialis against my shoulder, chest, my wrist flexion, my arm, my bicep. Like, it's not going to win. So the more you can coordinate as much muscle as you can in an arm wrestling sense, all these gym numbers that we're doing, and even just short 3 weeks, I've gotten a lot of that coordination back. And it comes down to just trying to recruit all of it at once, very quickly.
Josh says I have a small hand and a thin wrist.
That's not true.
What's my predisposition for style?
Oh no, he hasn't, not you. I don't know, ask Greg Gray. Just do cheat reps and stuff.
Honestly, one thing I do love about the sport is I truly believe that no matter what genetic shape you've been gifted with, there are certain tools that are let's just call them biomechanical advantages if you can make the match about that lane. Strength is always a thing you need. No matter, your wrist will thicken up. My wrist has thickened up in the last 8 years. It's really thickened up.
Thickened up. I barely have one.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you're getting famous on Instagram for what the hell on your wrist. But I think small-handed people, generally twisting is more accessible. Containment is not going to be a thing. Twisting is. So I've seen. Think about top rolling just your opponent's thumb. Don't even worry about trying to get around. Just post, twist, grab their thumb, drag and twist might be your go. But if people start reaching low around you, you're going to be in trouble. That's when you need to develop like a good shoulder press or something if someone's gripping you so low. So
good thing about being short is you can generate a lot of force very quickly. It's the longer levers that tend to have elbow issues because they're trying to generate more force through one area. With a shorter arm, you can kind of drive that through. Have I pulled Giannis since he was in Australia? No. At Zloty, he was more just coaching. I didn't pull him. How Lachlan prepare for Todzilla? Just keep doing what I'm doing.
Tane asked the question, give us your prospects on the 80, 95 kilo and super heavyweight division for arm wrestling Australia. Who's on the emergence? Who are names we should look out for?
Oh, there's a lot of new ones. I'm going to say young Andy Lee.
Yeah.
Under 95s, he's really coming into his power.
100%. Look up Andy Lee on Facebook. He is, I think, myself, Jordan, Andy Lee are the top 3 at 90 kilos in the country.
And there's Mario. Mario's cut back down. His weight really fluctuates, but he's on his way back down to 95 kilos.
Yeah.
Can't count that guy out.
Mario is the only man I've ever seen beat Dan Mosier on the first attempt.
first attempt after, it was a tired day.
Still,
Yeah.
he
beat
then
him.
still beat.
It's that shape that opens Dan up and kind of negates that hit.
95 kilo guys. 80 kilo guys. Sam
I don't
Burnett's the
know.
one at the moment that's pushing hardest.
Yeah.
Supers. Do we have any supers that are really doing things other than yourself? There's only a few people in Australia that have
Ben Carroll.
the lofty goal. I'd say there's maybe three. I think you, me, Ben Carroll are the only three people, and Jordan sometimes, depending on waivers. But there's three people, you, me, Ben Carroll, that have the ambition of being a world champion.
Ben Carroll's real quiet, but that guy doesn't stop. I do believe his coach is Anders, one of the Anders in Sweden, and he's had him for a number of years. But he does hail from New Zealand, though he lives in Australia. But let's just adopt him because it makes it easier. He is Australia's number one. Mate, Big Mate over in New Zealand, he just did a 262 kilo bench, was the New Zealand record, and he has a win on Ben Carroll. But I think Ben Carroll's performance is Lottie. I think he got fifth.
Yeah,
Out of
fifth in the super heavies out of 36 people.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
yeah, that guy's very, very legit.
yeah.
Does Peter Cutting?
I haven't seen Peter in about 5 years.
Who's Peter?
Before you arrived in the sport, he was someone that, like Murray McFay level, had a super match with Murray.
Oh,
Went
okay,
back and forth.
yeah.
Anyway, one more question, then we're going to do round three because I'm starting to cool down too much. Can you pull Mark Louis Ben, the Philippines? Mark Louis Ben, yeah, he's good. He had a super match with Eric Wolf, and they went 3-1 Eric Wolf, so he's legit. I'd happily pull him.
Okay,
Top-
one more. We got that
Top
one.
5 super heavyweights in the world right now.
Levan.
You got Levan number 1?
Yeah, Levan. There's some people like that should be on the list. That
I'm going to go Michael Todd number 1, Levan number 2, Dave Chafee number 3.
You got to put the big Vinny on there.
I need a few more than 5. I'm going to go then Jerry Caderet, Vitaly Layton, Devin Larratt, then Gennady. There's top 7. There's top 8 for me.
Levan, Michael Todd. I'm gonna put Kavik Vinny a lot higher. And then that guy from Turkey. What do you get his name? The big Turkish bull. He's legit.
Osman or whatever.
He's young, but
young guy.
the young guy. Yeah,
Oh, the young guy.
Engin's talking about him. He is out of this world. Then you go
He
Caderet.
couldn't touch Chafee, man.
Right, I'm
Chafee
gonna
was just-
put
Ah!
Chafee, then Caderet.
Yeah, well, Chafee.
I'm putting
the,
Chafee
The
fifth.
thing is,
I
there
like
are so
Chafee,
many
but-
mixtures of styles. Like Chafee
Yeah.
has never lost to Caderet ever, for instance.
Yeah,
But Caderet can do things to Michael Todd that Chafee can't.
yeah,
So there is styles and a million things, but
yeah. I think Levan, like you can't really deny it. Levan,
Michael's the only one that could beat Levan.
yeah, it's got that shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I know. Are we gonna? No, we won't take it. Let's just go train.
we're gonna go try. We do one more round.
I'm not gonna get convoluted.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to hurt more than any other round because we've cooled down a bit. So let me turn the camera around once again. Hope you guys are enjoying this live stream. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Oh, we got another £5 from Craig Humphreys. You're the man, Craig. €5. Last question. Can you please share your thoughts about Devon's ambush of Todd? I feel like it has been great for content. Are you talking about I think you're talking about the ambush of Michael Todd.
Yeah. At where was that?
Yeah, that was just in the
In the garage.
garage of Juji's. It was Juji's garage.
Yeah.
I think that was good fishing from Devon. That was good content from Devon. It built a lot of anticipation about what would happen at a WL match. Context, a lot of context to it. That Michael had trained the day before,
Oh, the day off.
or the day of with arms.
Yeah.
I think Devon in that actual pull didn't go for the kill where he would have gone for the kill at an earlier moment in the match had that been a red line. So I think if there was $1 million on that match right there, I think Devon would have won it. But Devon gave enough space for Michael to work. But also, Michael showed that he can dig to a place deeper than probably people expected.
He's proven that though a lot.
Yeah.
He's a real digger, and he's quite self-proclaimed about how well he can play.
I think it's crazy for anyone to say either one of those guys is particularly dominant over the other.
Yeah.
I think when they're both fresh, it will be a knife edge.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
It will. Last time I bet on Devon and Michael won. This time, if it happens again, I'm betting on Michael. And maybe that means Devon will win.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've learned that about you. Just whatever you say.
Alright, round 3. You connect to the Bluetooth?
Ready, go. Ready, go.
Hello?
Laugh and smile, friend.
You worked it out too much. Oh,
Ready, go.
I'm going to change something. The cover's not
Ready, go.
good. It's a slip.
Wasn't ready for that.
Yeah. We're off to the strap on that one, but let's stay. Let's not check.
Ready, go.
Don't load, don't load. I just tried to load quickly, and it just quickly, the alarm bell sounded like Nora, you were about to be crushed. And it,
Ready, go. Ready, go.
Open the gun, Ryan.
Ready, go. Ready, go.
We both went high. I was really worried my wrist was not going to get away. Thankfully it got out.
Ready, go. Ready, go.
Oh, that was base dick, base dick.
Ready, go. Ready, go. Ready, go. Ready, go. Ready, go.
That was dumb.
The load was going ramping, and then I just lost on load. He just outloaded me, and I'm like, I can't match that load. Oh man. I've had that before.
Ready, go. Ready, go.
Milk pin! That's where Animal would have said, that's a bad! But it wasn't.
Ready, go. Ready, go. Ready, go. Ready, go.
Flop. No, it's not.
No.
I lost it.
Ready, go.
I lost it. You want me to draw that?
Yeah.
Ready, go. Ready, go. Ready, go.
Flop off we go. How's that feel? Weird?
Ready, go. Ready, go.
When you knew it was coming, you just did the counter perfectly. Like,
Come at me,
oh,
Lars.
That feels horrible trying to flop press.
Lars.
Yeah, Lars.
That's a fun match.
It is.
Now that I've just worked that out.
Ready, go. Ready, go. Ready, go.
It's the first time we actually continued the match after it stopped. Nice. Alright, YouTube.
Got a little boo boo.
Oh, I didn't record that last one on the camera. Oh well. We got rounds two. Let me wrap this one up. Guys, it's been an hour on this live. Got a bunch of you. We got a total of Australian $36. That's a good meal. Yeah, it's good. I like it. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in. Lots of good questions. Hope you enjoyed seeing how we're training. This is a once a week thing that we're doing at the moment. Let us know if you like this. There's no reason why we can't do this every week like this.
Feels good so far.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's good shit. But guys, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Loved all the questions too. Lots of good questions. Sorry if we missed your questions. I know there was probably a bunch we missed, but all good. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see. Oh, what else? I think there was another donation. Hang on, let me just double check. You fellas need more bands from the worst arm wrestler in the world. $4.95. Thank you, brother. The worst arm wrestler in the world.
All the bands.
That band video made my day so much. We'll have a quick look to make sure we don't miss anyone else's.
It's in my favourites because it just cracks me up.
Yeah, alright. Alright guys, thanks very much. See you next time.